Good morning. My name's Julie from Salessewunique, and I'd like to welcome you to my May's vlog. Well, it's nice to be back. I've had sort of 2 weeks break, really. Obviously, as you all know, we lost Tabby a couple of weeks ago, and Kevin's actually just gone to fetch his ashes home, so that that'll be good to sort of have him back, type of thing. Not been doing a great deal over the last 2 weeks, really. baking bread, really, and other bits and pieces. Not a lot. I haven't done any knitting for 2 weeks, but I did get it out last night, and I did a few rows on my heel flap, so that sort of got me back into it. Mind you, the other day I did sit down and do some cross stitch, and as you know, I'm doing Peter Rabbit, and I sort of finished off the egg. There's a little bit more to do on the egg, but I've made a couple of mistakes in it, and I'm like a row out at the moment, so I've had to leave a little bit of the egg. But as you can see, there's the egg, and there's the start of my chick. It's got its eye, so I've just got to do a beak and the legs, but I seem to have misplaced 2 skeins of thread, and I don't know where they've gone to. I don't particularly want to go and buy any more at the minute, because I know they'll turn up. Now, as you know, I normally sit in the conservatory to do my cross stitch, and I sort of have to share it with Adele at the minute, and she wanted to make some little charms for me, so she took over the table, didn't she? And moved my stuff. She didn't put it away or anything, she just made space. So I don't know if they've dropped into a box or a bag, but I cannot find them. So I think what I might do this weekend is find all my embroidery threads out, because I have got DMC, Anchor and Madeira, and see if I can find anything that will be a match. Let me get on. I did actually spend a fair bit of time one day last week on the chick and on the egg. In between cooking and cleaning, I just kept popping in and out. Actually, I moved upstairs to do all this, because I've got my computer desk is just behind me, and I've got my magnifier, and you can see the light shining through here, and it's actually been okay. It's been a lot better, and it's nice and quiet, so I can concentrate, because for some reason I cannot count cross stitch at all. I don't know how many mistakes I've made and how many times I've had to unpick it, but we're sort of okay at the minute. But like I say, I am a row out, so this is why I've not finished that little part of the egg off. I'm going to try and get the chicken done, and then I can finish the egg off, and then there is another egg here, and I think it's a daffodil. So yeah, so I'm trying to do this first, but like I say, I've run out of thread, haven't I? I don't know. Never mind. It'll be fine when it's all done. And I've been doing quite a bit of reading as well. As you know, I think it was after Christmas I started, or it was in January, I started the Three Sisters book. I can't remember who it's by. I've not got it anymore. I've lent it to my daughter-in-law, and it was just something I was reading before I went to bed. Obviously, some nights I wasn't reading a lot, or I wasn't reading at all. Anyhow, last week I think I'd got half the book left, and I didn't feel like crafting or anything, so I sat and read, and I just did that for a few days, on and off, in between doing sort of food things and cleaning up and that, and I finished it, and it was absolutely brilliant. So I will put a picture in here so you can see what cover it is and all the details. But it was a very good book, and considering it was a Christmas book, it wasn't too Christmassy. throughout the book, there's obviously references to Christmas, and it ends with Christmas Day. That's all I'm saying. But it is a very good read. Not my kind of books normally, because I like murder mysteries, but I would highly recommend it. It was a fabulous read. I'm still listening to my second Lady Hardcastle murder mystery, which is really good. Thoroughly enjoying them. But I thought I was on book 2, and somehow I ended up on book 5. So I've got to go back. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think I've got about 80 more pages to listen to, and if I'm out in my craft room today doing any sewing, it'll be on and I'll probably get it finished. So the next book I've started on for my bedtime reading is Heidi Swain, Coming Home to Cuckoo Cottage. And this is another one I picked up from the charity shop. If you followed me from last year, when I went into one of our charity shops, I bought a load of books home. This is one of them, and this is really good. I mean, I'm on chapter 11, and I only started it a couple of days ago, so it's one of those you can't put it down. It's really, really good, really good. Yeah, it's about a lady who she's brought up by a gran and a gran's friend, and obviously when she's grown up, the gran's friend leaves this girl Cuckoo Cottage. And yes, there's references to sewing and things like that in it as well, and dogs and country life. And up to now, like I say, it's really good. So I'll let you know what I think to it all when I finished it. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I could quite happily go now and put my feet up and sit and read this, but I can't. I've got too many things to do. Plans for today. Well, don't know. I mean, I'm recording this bit on Saturday, but there are clips I've already filmed over the last couple of days. So when this vlog actually goes live, it'll be Monday. So it's going to be a little bit here and there, I'm afraid, for this one. But next time it'll be a bit more sort of, I suppose, consistent. But yeah, I don't think it matters though, does it really? So yeah, today, beautiful day out there. Kevin's finished putting the water pipe in across the garden. I have still got a trench in my garden though, as you'll see from the little bit of footage I'll put in here. Of where he's dug the hole. 2 cats have been loving it, running up and down in the trench and scratching. They thought it fantastic. But the part in front of my first bed has now been filled in, so hopefully I can get my tomato plants in, because they're still in one pot. They're doing really well, what's in the conservatory, but the ones that are in the greenhouse are a fraction of the size, so they're a bit slow. So I hope that they do come on a bit more. The courgettes are coming on. They're still inside. They're still in the egg box, and they're about that tall now. So they need to go in the garden. So hopefully today the trench might be filled in. We shall see. I know what Kevin's like, and I know how fast he works. It's not very fast, but yeah. And then hopefully we've got some spare soil, which is good, because I've got 2 potato sacks, and I want to get my potatoes and my onions started off as well, so at least we can start filling up the sacks. So that's good. But yes, I don't know what else I'm doing. I'm going to try and do a bit of knitting, and we would have to just see, because I tend to change my mind. I think, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then that never happens. Mind you, the first thing I've got to do is I've got some ordering to do. I need to order a few things for the shop, so I think I'll probably do that now. And then I go and wash the breakfast pots up, and then just see how the day goes. Well, as you can see from my surroundings here, I'm down at the shop. And I've got my coat on because it's absolutely freezing in here, because it's been locked up for, what, nearly 5 weeks now. Yeah, it is so cold. I mean, I've popped in and out over the last few weeks just to get odd bits of fabric and things that I needed. And of course, my craft room's just been filling up and filling up. And I haven't really had a lot of space at home for cutting out. My table's starting to get cluttered again. So last week I made a decision that I would come back down to the shop, reorganise my shop, bring the fabrics back down, bring my packing materials down, everything I've made down here, and rearrange the shop so I can actually work down here several days a week. I might only come down 3 days a week, you know, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, something like that. I need to try and get into a routine of doing that, and that also will be a bit of exercise for me as well. Otherwise I'm not really not getting any exercise, so I'm not going out apart from a bit of shopping and that. So yes, that's what I was doing the other day. Had a bit of a clear up, a bit of a sort out. I've now got a little ironing station. It's not very big, but it's the ironing board that I've been using down. It's only a tabletop one, but it will do for now. Yes, so I will show you what I've done. At the moment, this is going to be my little iron station. It normally has boxes of fat quarters on, which there's 2 of them there, but I've turned it into an ironing station. I don't really want to have to go and buy another ironing board just for temporary purposes, so we'll just see how we get on with this. And that's my tea making station just there. That's a box of project bags down there, and in this area I've moved a set of shelves and I've put all my sock yarn in there, or part of the sock yarn, so at least I can see it and I can get hold of it, because all the sock yarn's going back online soon. So this is my normal cutting space, and as you can see on the end there, that's a pile of scraps, so I need to sort them out, which I'll probably do next week. And we're back in the main shop now, so this is the normal wool selection that I have, but here is some more sock yarn. This is what we've got opal there and some Stylecraft there. Oops. And in the top box is the Hollyberry and the Robin from West Yorkshire Spinners. So as we move round, this is now my work table, which used to be across here with the shelving units around it. So I've now brought the table out, got my light there and my sewing machine, and I've got a stool at the moment still because that's what I used to have, but I am bringing down the chair from the bedroom, my nice swivel chair that I've got, so that's coming down shortly. And the shelving unit's being put together and it makes a brilliant packing station. So on this side I've obviously got shop stuff, patterns and things, pattern books, and further up here I've got all my packing supplies. I've just been wrapping, so it looks a bit of a mess at the minute. This area is free here because this is the cupboard with all the electricals in, so obviously I didn't want to block that off if anybody needed to come in while I'm not here. So as from next week I will be down here, tucked away, all on my own, bit of peace and quiet, and I'll be cutting out and sewing probably for 3 days a week. So I'm going to try and get myself into a bit more of a routine. I thought I would show you my avocado. This is from last August and it's just starting to come on now. This is my mint. This is my lamb's lettuce. And I've got some celery here. Well, good morning. It's Sunday now. And I've had breakfast. And I've popped a little picture in of my breakfast today. And it was what was it called? Yeah, my brain's gone puddled again. Whole grain mustard toast, which is really nice. I mean, I've never been a mustard fan, but whole grain mustard I do like, and I like it in food. And the bread is absolutely delicious. Now, it was a bit of a funny combination for my breakfast this morning, but I just had a slice of the whole grain toast, and I'd got some cheese on with rhubarb chutney. And it's absolutely delicious. I must admit, I've had that breakfast every morning this week, and it's so nice. So yes, I popped a picture of that in, and what else? Oh, I popped a little clip in of my peony. I have still just got the one flower, but it's fully open now. There's about another 3 flowers on the plant, on the bush I should say. They're not opened yet, they're just still a ball. But like I said on Instagram, my peony has actually opened earlier this year. It's normally, sometime later in May, well, first or second week of May, it's usually open. But this time it opened the last week in April. And of course, as soon as it started to flower, it started to rain, didn't it? And yesterday when I went out to have a look at it, it wasn't quite fully opened, but it was wilting. It was full of water. So I sort of shook it all out, which it sort of perked up a bit then. So it's still okay, but it's, like I say, Sunday morning here and the weather's turning. It's gone a bit cooler and the skies are quite dark. I'm not sure if it's forecast rain today. I know it is tomorrow. But yes, I don't think the peony is going to come to much and last. It never does. Never does. And it was in our garden before we moved in. It was in the back garden. And we moved it to the front a few years ago. And we've been in this house probably about 37 years now. So I don't really know how old it is, but it's still going strong. And we've also got a fuchsia bush in the front garden. It's just sort of not quite on the border of us and next door. And that's been there over 37 years and still going strong. But this year, because it has been getting a little bit woody, we've chopped it all back. So hopefully it'll be a lovely full bush later on in the summer. Not doing a great deal today. I've got to do some work on the new website because that is going live. Well, that'll be going live on Monday, so that'll be, when you see this vlog, that'll be today to you. It's yesterday to me. So yeah, I need to iron out a couple of issues that I've caused myself actually. So that's going to be my job really for today. And in between that, because I'm only going to sit there for maybe an hour at a time. I don't really know how long it's going to take me, but if I've got time, I've got a few more products to put on. So I thought, right, have about an hour at a time and then go off and do something else. And I might get a little bit of cross stitch done if I'm lucky. But I do want to do some baking today because we are in need of a few things. We need some more bread. So that'll go on in a bit. Actually, I might put that on when I pop back in the house. And we could do with some cakes. There's no cakes in the tin. But I'm not sure what to do. I can't make up my mind. I want to do something different. And I just don't know what to do. So I think I'm going to have to sit down at some point and have a quick look through my books and see what I can do. I have found a recipe in, I think it's Nigella Lawson, Domestic Goddess, or How to Be a Domestic Goddess. Some lovely recipes in there. A lot of them though seem quite a bit fancy, and I haven't really got the ingredients in for them, but I did find cinder toffee, and we like cinder toffee. So Kevin says, oh, is that for pudding? I says, no, no, it's for just a sweet snack for a change. But also I don't know when, but I'd like to make some energy balls because I've still got some dates and that in the cupboard, and I've got nuts. So I think I'll be doing a few things like that, especially if it's going to rain. There'll be no gardening going off. So I think that's me for today, really. But yeah, I will share a few pictures or little snippets of what I do today. But it's going to be a lot of computer work today, I'm afraid. So I'll catch you all a bit later. Well, I'm not sure what happened to the cinder toffee. As you can see from the last clip, I left it to cool overnight, and it did say leave it to cool overnight and then break it up. That was it. That was the full extent of the instructions, which I'm very surprised at. And I've popped them in a jar, left them, went back 2 hours later. Everything's stuck together and it's shrunk down in the jar. It looks like somebody's been eating it, but they haven't. So I don't know where I've gone wrong, but it's very chewy and it's very crumbly. It's not quite what I expected, so I don't know what I've done wrong. But if there's anybody out there that's made some whatever it's called, honeycomb, that's it, honeycomb, you know, let me know if I'm missing something, because like I said, I don't know. I don't know what I've done, but I'm sure it'll get eaten. Well, it's Monday today, and I must admit I had a bit of a late start this morning. had a late night last night because I was still working on the website because I had one or two glitches and still putting a bit of stock on. So yes, I was up quite late. Anyhow, I got up this morning and I think it was about 10 o'clock. The website actually went live, and it was such a lovely feeling that it's live now after 2 months of work. It's been extremely hard work for me to actually get that website up and running. I've got brain aches, to tell you the truth. So I've had a very lazy morning, not done a great deal. I was in my dressing gown until about 1 o'clock. So that's how bad it's been. But I've had a shower, washed my hair and everything, and it's a bit later on in the afternoon now, and I've just been editing this vlog, and I'm on my second cup of frothy coffee, not Yorkshire tea, so it tells you it's one of those days today. And to be honest, I'm not really planning on doing much else. I'm just going to have a bit of a day to myself because, as you know, I mentioned it in my last vlog that I was doing an online class for drawing with stitch. Well, I didn't get last week's class done at all, so I've got 2 to catch up on now. So I'm hoping to do that this week. I don't think I'm going to do it today because I am a bit tired and I ache. My shoulders and my neck ache. I think it's all this sort of leaning forward on the computer. So I'm going to have a break today. I'm going to make some bread. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing today because it's obviously afternoon now. But I'm going to definitely enjoy my coffee at the minute. I would like to go and do a little bit of knitting, but I don't know, we'll see. But I'm going to call it a day now, and I'm going to go and finish editing and get this vlog uploaded. So I will put the links down below of the new website address, and the bee boxes are on there now, and there's quite a few bits of stock on there, project bags and yarn, sock yarns on there, and fabrics on. And there'll be bits and pieces coming. There's actually going to be some new stock arriving tomorrow, so I will try and get that on tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me this week, and I hope you're all well and staying safe and keeping busy and being creative, and I will see you again pretty soon. Bye for now.